Hi, boys and girls. Well, we just read a book about how some space vehicles work. And now we're going to create a space vehicle. So you have a sheet that looks like this. You'll need some tape or some glue, and you'll need a pair of scissors. And the first thing you're going to need to do is to cut out your shapes. So follow the black lines to cut out the shapes that you need. So right now I'm cutting out my semicircle and my one great big rectangle. And I can see there's a line here, so I know that I need to cut along there as well. So now I have two of my main shapes ready to go. And I still see that I have some more. I'm going to cut this part off here, following that black line. And got my first parallelogram, or it almost looks like a rhombus, and another parallelogram. So here they are here. All right, now I have my 4 shapes that I'm going to use. Right now they're 2D shapes. They're flat. They do not take up space. They have no volume. That makes them 2D shapes. But pretty shortly, we're going to take 2 of our 2D shapes and turn them into 3D shapes that will take up space and do have volume. So, first one I'm going to use is my friend, the semicircle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those 2 ends together, and that helps me to make what 3D shape? You're right, a cone. It has space and it has volume, or it takes up space and it has volume. I'm going to use tape to help hold it together. So, a bit of tape here. And then to make sure that it's super strong, I'm going to use another piece of tape at the top. So now I have my cone. Awesome. All right. I'm going to put another piece here. I just noticed that that doesn't have a lot of tape on it right there. There we go. The next thing I'm going to do is take my flat 2D rectangle, and I am going to roll it into a cylinder. Now I can do this either way. I'm going to choose to have a long, tall rocket, so I'm going to roll it this way. But you might want a short rocket, which means you'll roll it this way. I want a tall rocket, so I'm going to have it tall like a hamburger, not long like a hot dog. You choose. It's your rocket. You are the scientist, engineer building it right now. So I'm going to take it and roll it, and then I'm going to use tape to hold it in place so that it becomes my cylinder. There's one end. Same on the other end. I'm going to put one in the middle just to be super sure that it stays. Now I have a tall 3D cylinder that I could look down and see you with. All right. Now, it doesn't quite look like a rocket yet, but we're definitely on our way. I'm going to take my cone and I'm going to sit it on top. Now we can see that it's looking much more like a rocket. I'm going to use some tape to hold it in place. There's one piece, and then one on the other side to make sure it stays locked on there. Here we go. I might just put another one on this one here because it's a little bit tippy. See how it looks like it's going to tip? So I think I'm going to lock that side because, of course, when an engineer has a problem, they figure out a way to solve their problem. There we go. That's much more secure. It's not going to fall off when my rocket comes down from outer space. Then I'm going to take my parallelograms and I'm going to fold one long edge. There's one on one. So now you can see that it looks almost like a little shelf that I could sit something on. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. here. That one's that side. Fold this one this way. There we go. All right. Now, if I put it down low, my rocket ship is not going to stand up. But if I put it about halfway up, it would. But I'm going to put it down low so it looks more realistic. I'm going to put this here and put this one here. Make sure that it's locked on tight. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. On there. And one on the front to hold it in place. And now I have a really cool rocket. Awesome. Now, if you can find some red, yellow, and orange paper, you could cut it into skinny strips, which is what I've done here. And I'm going to stick it on the base of my rocket. Why do you think I might do that? Yes, you're right, because those are warm colors that will look like flames coming out of the base of my rocket. So far, I've got some orange and some red. I'm going to put some yellow on it too, just so that it has those fiery colors that it has when the fuel ignites and creates that fiery blast. And now I have my rocket, which is my spacecraft, my vehicle for getting up into space. So have fun making your rocket ship from your 2D shapes that you're going to turn into 3D shapes. And then you can go see if your rocket is going to fly. But be really careful where you throw it because you don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble for you either. So be safe when you take it off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Oh, wow. That went pretty far.